Good morning, traders, and welcome to Trading Wave Cryptocurrency Weekly Outlook, where we'll be looking at the cryptos, what is expected on the cryptos going forward. So for the past few weeks, we have been talking about the crypto space to continue the bearish move to our downsides. So now let's see if that is the case, or is the cryptocurrency is ready to make a move to the upside. So those of you who don't know me, guys, my name is Sandile Ngobo, one of the chart analysts with Trading Waves. So I'm gonna be your host. So Victor is not available; he's on vacation. All right, so let's start. What you're seeing on the screen right now, our contact details. If you wish to contact us regarding our services, you can contact us there at info@trading-waves.com. So you can email us there and also check out on our website. We've got our Telegram, WhatsApp number there. Please visit the Telegram page, guys. A lot is starting to happen there. We are starting to post a lot of free content. So if you would like to see that, you can go to our Telegram page. You can also follow it on TradingView, Twitter as well, and also on Facebook using those links. Again, below there, you watch out for our timestamps. I know that everybody's not interested in watching all the pairs that we discuss. You can just go through the timestamp that are loaded a few hours after we've uploaded our videos. All right. Our live course so far is going great. We will be doing our day 4 of our 10-day live course. If you still want to, or if you wish to purchase us, you can do so. You will receive the recordings of the previous course immediately when you join, and then you get a time to go through that. And then when the time for the live course, then at least you'll be having an understanding, and whatever question that you'll be having, you will be able to ask them. Now, let's have a look at what we posted on our YouTube page. I think this was on the 3rd of March. We were looking at Bitcoin here. So I'm gonna try this year to be bigger. Yeah. So if you look at that, you can search it on our YouTube page, Trading Waves. We were discussing Bitcoin. So it might be not clear here, but I'm sure you can see the errors. Yeah. So we were looking at this year to have completed this 3-wave structure here, and this to complete this 3-wave structure here to have completed this one here. And the expectation was for Bitcoin to make this move to the upside here. Let me just play that there. All right, so that was the forecast there on a Bitcoin. Let me just move it here. I'm gonna move it a little bit forward here. So I want to see what we're discussing around this area here on Bitcoin as our primary view that we had. Okay, so we're looking at this one to have completed these 3-wave moves here and against this swing high here. Hence, we've got this as invalidation level. The expectation was for this one to drop from the current levels. Yeah, that was our primary view that we had there on Bitcoin. But you can check it out there, and we also gave out an alternative view there. Now, with that being said, let's have a look. How did Bitcoin play out after this short video here? All right, so Bitcoin, we've been looking at this one to continue with the bearish move to the downside here. So after we shared the video here, we were around this area here. We're looking at this one to complete the 3-wave moves here. This to have completed the 3-wave moves, and the expectation was for this one to drop against this swing high here. You will see that on the video, we've got this one as an invalidation level here, and we were expecting that this to complete this 3-wave move being an ABC and for this to drop. Now, this has dropped here over $5,000 alone here on a Bitcoin. Now, what's the expectation going forward on a Bitcoin? Yeah, we are looking at this one to drop. It can drop from the current levels, but to trade this here, you will need to see this one to be giving us this three-way pullback here. Now, not against this swing high here, against this swing high here. If you can see Bitcoin to be trading, to be giving a three-way moves here, then you can consider to go bearish on that one. Now, what would be an alternative move here to see on a Bitcoin? Please watch out for this here. As much as we like the idea of selling the crypto space, but be careful. We could be having this one here as a three-wave move to the downside. Yeah, we could be having this as a five-wave move up, three-wave move up. We could be having a five-wave move at least to come back around this area here and still see one more leg to the upside. Yeah, if it does it, it will be even much better because that would be a nice bigger corrective structure, and that might mean Bitcoin might continue with a move to the downside. Yeah, I know that somebody could be saying I'm exaggerating, but be careful. Bitcoin can still flash all the way down to around $15,000 to $10,000 before we see a move to the upside. I know that we've been sharing you this year to be a bigger picture, but be careful. These structures can also be invalidated. For now, our primary view, we are looking at this one here to be the structure, this being an expanding flat corrective structure, at least to come back and take these lows here and make a move to the upside. But if this was to invalidate this year and come around this area here, then be careful. Bitcoin is going to go around back to around that 10,000 mark. But for now, you can just focus on this one to at least come and take this low. Then when it takes this does not mean that you actually buy Bitcoin. You're going to have to wait. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait for a confirmation before you can see a move to the upside here. Another view that we have not represented to you, but that you need to keep note of, is that from this higher, Bitcoin could be starting the correction. This might not be a correction from like this year. It all depends what you are looking at, because I can simply make this year to be a five-wave move to the upside, being our wave 1, 2, a 3 here, a 4, and this to be our wave 5. And this is a start of a corrective structure. If that's the case, that will mean this structure here that I've just showed as an alternative view is very likely. And then if you put then this move here, for the equal legs of this move, it comes back around the 10,000 mark. So that's why I say you need to be careful. It's either this is a three-wave move here, or this is a five-wave move to the upside, and then we get this one to give us this three waves corrective structure. Yeah, but all we know for now is that Bitcoin is still going to be bearish, at least for now. Against this swing higher, you can look for the bearish move to a downside there on Bitcoin. Ethereum, it will be the same as Bitcoin. Yeah, we are still looking at this one to continue the bearish move to a downside. At least we do not expect this one to go back against these swings high here. So at least what we're looking at here on Ethereum, just like a Bitcoin, was this one to be a three-wave moves here. We're looking at this one to be a three-wave moves, and from here, I'm sure you've seen the previous week how we forecasted that this was going to drop from the current level. So this has dropped here now in what appears to be a five-wave move, this being a 1, 2, a 3, a 4, and a wave 5. We saw this three-wave pull back here, so we could be having this one as a wave 1 in a lower degree, and we could be having this one to be a 3, 4, and a 5 after this being a wave 2 here. So we could be having this one to excuse me guys, so we could be having this one to trade lower to a downside. So at least for now, against this swing high here, you can look for the three-wave pullback. If you get this here to be a decent pullback, then you can look for the bearish move to a downside on Ethereum. Litecoin will be the same here. We are looking at this one to continue the bearish move to a downside, and the bigger picture from here is we are looking at this one here to be our wave A here, this being an impulsively move to a downside, being our wave A, three-wave move to the upside here. So you're going to be expecting that this at least should come at the equal legs here to complete the five-wave move of a wave C. Then from there we can expect to see a move to the upside. So that's why that I say that the crypto space is still looking bearish for now. So at least this should still continue around this area here of $40. Then from there we can start to expect a move to the upside on Litecoin. Ripple, on the other hand, this is looking bullish. So this is what could hold the cryptocurrencies not to drop bigger. But you gotta be careful. if Ripple invalidates this structure here, so remember what we're looking at on a Ripple is this to have been a corrective structure and this to have been a start of a move to the upside here, being a 5-wave move, wave one, and we're looking at this here to be the corrective structure like this to have ended at this low. We're looking at this here to not come and trade around this area here. But if Ripple, for whatever reason, if this was to continue and drop from here, invalidating this, then be careful. This might call for Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies to even trade more lower. So this would be supporting the 10,000 mark that I just said. That 10,000 is just it's an alternative view that we had. But if Ripple, I still say we're looking at this one to have completed the 3-wave moves here. Now we are looking at this one to make a move to the upside from the current levels. But if that gets broken, be careful, the cryptocurrencies might flash all the way down, Bitcoin to go around the 1,000. And obviously Ethereum might even go as far as beyond the $1,000. Now I'm zooming in this year. Last week, we're looking at this to be a wave one here, and this to be an A, B here, and this to be a wave C here. We're looking at this here, this being a 1, 2, a 3 here, a 4, and this to be a wave 5. So against this swing low, I'm going to be expecting that Ripple start to make this move to the upside here. But a break of this, we'll be calling for this one to break this here. And if it does that, the structure will be invalidated, and we might see Ripple to be trading more lower. Now let's have a look at the next one here. That will be Dogecoin. So you will see that the structures are almost the same here. We are looking at this one here to continue with some bearish move to the upside, but it's a matter of whether this will immediately drop from where it is. Let me just go on full screen here. So we could be having this one here to have dropped in a 3-wave move. So I'm just going to look at this part here. This could be a move here, and this one to have been our connector here. Like this here's the structure, so we could be having a similar move. So this might still drop here before we can even consider that move to the upside. But a bigger picture here, what we're looking at is this here to have been a move to a downside. This is a bigger picture here, a move to a downside here, and this to have been our 3-wave moves up here. So I'm going to be expecting at least a similar move to this one in length before we can consider to make this move to the upside. Yeah, but what I've noticed is that every time when Bitcoin is dropping, the rest of the cryptocurrencies, they will keep on dropping. So I don't think it's advisable that you go long now on the crypto space. Let's have a look at ADA. Same thing here. I'll be expecting for this one to continue with a drop before we can consider a move to the upside here. So we could be having this one as a 3-wave move to the downside. This being a 3-wave move to a downside here, our W, and this to have been our connector here. So we could be having this one to give us a similar move to this one here, at least to back around this area here before we can see a move to the upside. So we could be having this as a W, X, Y here. Now, this being a 3-wave corrective structure like this before we see the actual move to the upside there. So I think the structures will be very common. All of them, they will be common. We're still looking for more bearish move to the downside here. Let's have a look at Binance. Right, so Binance, we could be having at least this must come back to around this area here. So we could be having this bigger structure here, this being a move to the upside here, 3-wave move up. So we can have this one to come back around these lows here and make a move to the upside. And I think it should be supported by what we are seeing here. So we could have had this one here as a running flat corrective structure like this here, and this could continue with this move to the upside after we had this one to have been a 3-wave moves here. So we could be having this one to be a 3-wave move, at least to come take this low here before we see the actual move to the upside. Right, so let's have a look at the next one. That will be Shiba. Just go to full screen. Shiba, we could be having this one to drop again here before we see more move to the upside here. So looking at this here, this could be a 3-wave move to the downside here, this being our connector, or alternatively, we could be having this one here as a running flat corrective structure here. And if this is a running flat corrective structure here, then this is going to be even a bigger move to a downside here, at least back to around these areas here before we can see a move to the upside. Now, if you zoom into this here, current price action here, you could see that this was a three-wave move to the downside. This being a three-wave move to a downside here, and this three-wave move took place across all the cryptocurrencies. So it's a matter of whether this expand the corrective structure or this is going to drop from the current levels that leads to around this area here, or alternatively, we could be having this as a three-way move up. This can still be a three-way move to the downside and still get a structure like this here. If you get this bigger structure here, it will even be much better because this will be confirming at least this three waves corrective structure here before we can consider a move to the upside. All right, guys, from my side, that's all what I had to share with you. If you like what we do, please give us a thumbs up there, and we also appreciate your comments. If you've got any instrument that you wish to be added, you can do so on the comments box. From my side, please trade safe and trade responsible. Cheers, everybody, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.